guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing our very first full coverage foundation face-off of 2019. If you guys are new here, hi, I'm Jamie and I do makeup and beauty videos 3 times a week, and I started this series last year because I am a foundation junkie and full coverage foundations are my fave, and I just was curious, like, what is the best full coverage foundation there is? People ask me that all the time and I'm like, I don't know. I have a drawer full that I'm obsessed with and I don't know what the best is. So I started this series to compare them on my face side by side in a battle, and the winner goes on to the next round and goes up against another favorite full coverage foundation that I have. So every foundation that you're going to see in this series are ones I've tried, I've tested, I know I love, and they are competing against each other. So the returning champion from the last episode is the Wet n Wild PHOTOFOCUS. This one won against the Revlon Photo Ready Insta Filter Foundation, which won against the NARS Radiant Longwear Foundation, which was a surprise to me. But this one beat the Revlon one, and now we're going to continue with the drugstore theme this week, and this one is going to go up against the Catrice HD Liquid Foundation. This was a fave. It was in my top foundations of last year, so I'm really excited because this one is one of my favorites from the drugstore. I think this foundation is so unbelievably good for $6. I mean, probably the best for the price point ever. And then this one is $10.99, and this one is stunning on the skin. So I'm really curious to see which one of these is better, Old Faithful or the newcomer. I will say the shade range on these is not great. I think it's better on these, but I'm really hopeful that Catrice will expand their shade range on these because the formula is amazing. So we are going to put them on my face side by side. I am going to apply them. We're going to see how they apply next to each other, and then I'm going to wear them, and at the end of the day, we're going to figure out who is the best. So if you guys would like to see who wins this battle of the full coverage foundations, then keep on watching. Okay, so let's see if I can keep track of the correct side this time. So we've got Wet n Wild and we've got Catrice. So I'm going to do Wet n Wild on the right and Catrice on the left. So I primed with the L'Oreal Infallible Glow Lock Primer and my Tatcha Silk Canvas, so that's all done. And I'm going to take the Wet n Wild on the right side of my face. Now, I don't even know, I hope these colors are comparable, but we're going to find out. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply it like all over. So this foundation is different because it has a spatula, as I'm sure most of you know, because I'm sure you've all tried this foundation, right? For $6, I seriously hope so. Alright, so we are going to go in with my Sonia Kashuk Beauty Sponge and blend it out. I actually haven't worn this foundation in quite a while. This is going to be interesting. I mean, that blends out so easy and fast and beautifully. It's so flawless. It's so good. I forgot how good this is. Really. Wow. That's it. That's it. That's an application. That's how quick it is. Okay. So, I'm going to go in with the Catrice, and for those of you who don't know, this applicator is a dropper. So, I'm just going to drop some on my pan, and I'm going to use a brush to apply this. So, the fact that Wet n Wild has that little spatula does make it easier to apply. Ooh, this is much lighter. I'm going to get to see if it oxidizes though, because unless the oxidization is super obvious, I don't really pay attention to it that much. So this is going to be interesting to see if it does. All right, so I'm going to blend that one out. So that one blends out almost as fast, but the coverage is not the same. I can see redness on this side that is decently covered up over here. There's some redness here too, I guess, on my cheeks. So I guess it's even. I'm just gonna add a little more there. I'm like running out of this foundation. So the finish looks very similar. They're both medium to buildable. And they both build up really easily. I forgot to mention that in the Catrice I have nude beige, and in the Wet n Wild I have cream beige. The Wet n Wild one is a little bit darker, but the Catrice kind of oxidized a tiny bit, so it kind of evened them out. This one is a hair darker, but like it's not crazy. And the finish looks exactly the same. I think the coverage is very similar. The Catrice might have a pinch more coverage. Just a pinch, like maybe. But they both look really beautiful. Side by side, like, it doesn't look like I have two different foundations on my face. They look the same. Ooh, this is gonna be fun. So like with most of my battles, because I'm always using full coverage foundations that I already know and love, it's going to come down to where it's going to come down to the end of the day when we look at them side by side and we see which one performed better. Because they both went on beautifully, they both blended out beautifully, they layered, and no cakiness, the finishes are the same. They both look beautiful. So they look really similar, like really similar. The texture on the Wet n Wild is a bit thicker than this one. This one is a little bit more of a thinner consistency. Other than that, like on the skin, I don't see a difference. So I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup, and I will be right back. I'll show you how it looks, and then we're going to wear it throughout the day and see which one wins. Okay, you guys, so this is the finished makeup look. I do not see a difference in either side of my face. Do you? They look like the exact same foundation, exact same shade, exact same everything. I have glitter on my face, which I don't know how because I did not use glitter. But anyway, yeah, they look the same. That's like crazy, right? Well, like I said, it's going to come down to wear time. So I am going to wear this foundation for the rest of the day, and I will check in with you later, and we're going to see who wins, Catrice or Wet n Wild. So I will see you guys in a bit. Okay, you guys, I am back. It is 9:35 at night, and I am getting ready to go to bed, and so I am doing my check-in now. Honestly, you guys, straight up, my face looks like shit right now. And it's so crazy because even the Wet n Wild side doesn't look good, and I know this foundation wears well because it's been in a face-off before. So, you know, I don't know if it's skincare that I'm using right now or my skin is just like super dry, because it definitely is. Like, I'm all cracky and stuff. It's, you know, middle of the winter, dealing with having the heat on and just like the cold and then the hot when you go inside, and it just does a number on your skin plus flow. So both sides of my skin look like crap. I've done a wear test, like a straight wear test with the Catrice, and it looked better than it looks right now. Like, I lost a bunch of foundation right in here. It looks all cakey. And same thing with the Wet n Wild. It's all cakey and it's like bunched around the nose. Like, I want to fail both sides. I want to fail both sides. Yeah. They both look equally like shit in this area of my face. My forehead looks fantastic. My forehead looks great on both sides. But, like, do we want to do another day? I don't know if it will have change, but I could do another day. So maybe I'll do that. I'll wear it again tomorrow, and we'll check in and see how it wears. What do I have going on tomorrow? I have a podcast I have to do tomorrow. So, yeah, I can definitely do it again tomorrow and wear it and see, because right now, like, both get a big fat fail. Like, my face just does not look good right now. And I've got to figure out what it is. Maybe it's the primer. I'm trying to think if I ever used this primer, the L'Oreal primer, with either one of these foundations. I think so. This primer goes well with every foundation, so it's just weird. And where it's cakey and stuff is like right around my mouth, which is just weird. And also like right around my nose. My nose and my mouth. It's just cakey and separated and just, it's just a hot mess, you guys. So I'm going to definitely do that. I'm going to wear it tomorrow, and then we'll check in and see how we do then, because this cannot be it. This cannot be it. Alright, so I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay, you guys, so it's been a couple of days. I didn't do the wear test right away, like the following day, because I still had flow, and I just felt like my skin was not cooperating. So she's gone, so I decided to do it today. So I've had the foundation on since 1 o'clock. It's now just about 10, and so I've had the foundation on for 9 hours. And here's what I see. This side is Catrice. I couldn't remember what I had originally put it on it, so I put Catrice on this side and Wet n Wild on this side, so hopefully it's the same. But on the Catrice side, it's worn off all on my nose, like all around my nose here. It's all redness. Like, I can see like my redness. It's not even just peeking through, it's just there. And then I have a little bit of redness peeking through on that side of my nose. Aside from that, everything looks great. I don't have any complaints other than that. On the Wet n Wild side, I have really minimal redness peeking through. Oh, and on the Catrice side, I do have a tiny bit of caking around my nose right there, just a little. On this side, I have a little bit of caking and separation right here on the side of my nose. But it's very subtle, but it's there. Like, if I'm really nitpicking and I'm like up close in a mirror, like, I can see it. I don't know what that's about. But other than that, I don't have any redness peeking through at all. So just looking at my face, like, right now, if I have to pick a side that looks better, I would have to pick the Wet n Wild side, only because of this redness right here. And I don't have that on the Wet n Wild side. Other than that, they look really close. So I think this is a very close battle. Very close. They're both very good, but I'm going to have to give it to Wet n Wild. I'm going to have to give it to Wet n Wild because there's no redness peeking through. So, I mean, if I have to pick one, that's the side that really still looks the same. It just has that little bit of bunching right there. But this has the redness and a little bunching. So I have to give it to Wet n Wild. And that means Wet n Wild is the very first two-time winner. So Wet n Wild won the last battle. I think it was against the Revlon Insta-Ready Photo Filter foundation. And now Wet n Wild has won against Catrice. And I didn't think that was going to happen because I love this foundation. Maybe I didn't put enough layers on. I don't know. I could have sabotaged it, but I have to give it to Wet n Wild. The proof is here. And that's the thing about these battles. It's so funny. It depends on your skin. It depends on so many factors. Your skincare. How many layers did you put on? What did you apply it with? What powder did you use? All those things. This is by no means taking away from how great the other foundations are that I am putting into this competition. But the winner's Wet n Wild. It is what it is. I'm going to be doing these videos once every month. So stay tuned to see who goes up against Wet n Wild next month. I am definitely open to anything you guys want to see. Leave it in the comments below. I was kind of thinking about Maybelline Superstay, or maybe we could go into a high-end foundation. I've got a lot of those. So yeah, let me know what you want to see, and I'll get to work on figuring out what foundation's gonna go next for next month's battle. So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell. We're uploading Monday, Wednesday, Friday every single week, so you don't want to miss that. Follow me on social. My handle's @GLAMLATTE. And the Glam Latte Beauty Podcast is over on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, Stitcher, and CastBox. Head over to one of those platforms and subscribe so we can be in your earbuds and we can be chatting about beauty while you're at the gym, while you're commuting, while you're cleaning the house. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys. All the eyes on me.